Let's do some beauty retouching because, hey, that's fun. Even if you don't plan to do any beauty retouching in the future, I'm not going to introduce any new tools in this video. I want that to be very clear. What I'm going to show you is how you can use the tools that I've already introduced to do just about anything. So first thing that I need to do is I need to rotate this image. So I'm just going to go to Image Rotation, rotate counterclockwise. Yes, this is a picture of me that I just took with a point and shoot. I took it with a Canon PowerShot SD7080 780 IS. I had a couple of lights, but I really just like pointed the camera at myself because I didn't want to use any fancy image. I wanted to show how this could apply to any photograph. So what are we going to do? Let's see. I'm going to go to my zoom tool and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's remove these bags under my eyes. Let's get rid of this ever-encroaching unibrow. Maybe let's decrease the size of my nose. Let's increase the size of my eyes. Let's get rid of this bloodshottiness. That's no good. Maybe let's decrease the size of my mouth. There's a little bit of rosacea that's happening right there. Let's get rid of that. Let's make it so my skin overall is a little bit clearer. Or actually a little bit blurrier, which will make it look better. Let's make the hair a little bit more crystallized, and let's get rid of all of these this background stuff that we don't want. Sound good? I hope so, because it's what we're going to be doing. So first thing that I want to do is I want to remove these bags under the eyes. So I'm going to go and create a new layer. Never you do your adjustments on the original layer. And I'm going to go to my healing brush right here, same tool that we've been using for the last few videos, not including the little bit on saving. And I'm just going to kind of go across and just, pretty gently just try to get rid of it. So there we go, just kind of going through. What are we seeing right here? All right, that's decent. I'm not ecstatic about it. It looks like it's giving it a little bit more texture than I'd like, actually. So I'm just kind of continuing to go over it, and it seems to be doing a pretty good job. Yeah, that seems to be doing a pretty good job. If you look at any magazine cover, it's kind of insane the amount of adjustment that's done to those images. We're not going to be going into it nearly that in depth because I don't want to get into a detailed showing of how to do beauty retouching. Notice what I'm doing right here. I am alt clicking. I am doing a fix. I am seeing that it's not appearing how I want it to, so I'm undoing it. I'm going to move this down. Every stroke should make a difference. I'm going to do that right there. Did that make it better or worse? Better or worse? I don't know. Maybe it did nothing. Because I was having a problem with it, I decreased the size of the stroke, and that seemed to give me better results. So I'm just kind of getting rid of as much as I can. And remember that I'm using the healing brush. Trying to use the clone stamp tool right here would be a fool's errand. It would be incredibly, incredibly difficult because in order to get this exact color right here would be very, very hard. So I'm just kind of removing all the lines on my face that I don't particularly want. I mean, listen, these lines are fine. I have nothing wrong with my face. I'm just trying to get rid of everything. Like this red mark right here, I know it's normal. I'm sure it's normal. I don't think I'm a freak of nature, but I don't really like it. So I'm just going to blend it in a little bit. Now, let's say the blending isn't going exactly how you want. Keep going, keep plowing through, trying for things, adding for things, and just getting rid of all of the marks that you don't necessarily like. So let's see what we did right there. I might have turned my face into a little bit of a freak. The general rule with beauty retouching is take it so it almost looks like you're an alien and no further. So I think getting rid of this line right here lost a little bit of a distinction in the face. So I'm just going to go to my eraser tool. I'm going to increase the size of it with the square bracket key. And I am just going to go right here and do that. And I think I actually prefer that. So let me go to my history panel and look before, Control Z, just kind of switching between the two. Yeah, I actually kind of like that line right there. So let's just keep going through and getting rid of splotches as you continue looking at my face. I feel very self-conscious right now. I was enjoying being a disembodied voice for the last few hours. This whole you seeing what I look like, I don't like that. That's no good. So I'm just kind of trying to get rid of this kind of strange discoloration. So it looks like I managed to kind of get rid of that right there. All right. I'm fairly happy with that. Let's just kind of get rid of some of the weirdness that's going on. Always keeping in mind the most important thing is to maintain the edges. Again, there are more advanced things to do with this. I'm not a professional photo retoucher. I'm the first to admit this, but I know my way around photo retouching an image. So I'm just going to keep going through, and I don't like these little hairs right here. So I'm just kind of changing the size of this, increasing, decreasing, and just kind of plucking them this way. It would be better to have plucked them before I took the photograph because this is always going to be more grueling. All right, so here we go. So glad I decided to just use a point and shoot and use that as my example. But I kind of wanted to show you that you could do this with any photograph. It doesn't need to be some professionally taken one. Also, I was feeling lazy and didn't feel like searching for a professionally taken one. I'm fun like that. All right, so that looks a little bit better right there. Let's keep going. All right, how is that? Yeah, sure. Looking much better. I look like a freak this way. Much better this way. I could keep going with that. My lips look a little bit weird, so let's kind of even those out a little bit. I don't even know what I'm planning on doing, but let's use the stamp tool in order to do it. And there we go. Just kind of going to make this a little bit fuller. There we go. Make it a little bit more even. I don't know if that made it better or worse. I think it made it significantly worse. Yeah, that looks a little bit weird. If it looks a little bit weird, just take your eraser, get rid of it. All right, there we go. Let's increase the size of my eyes, decrease the size of my nose, and decrease the size of my mouth. We'll do that in the next video.